Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pokémon Showdown battle. I hope you're all having a nice day, and I'm back with another Showdown battle as I just said. I'm using my Data Dex team again, and the opponent this time is using another competitive team. I don't know how quite to explain it. Anyway, let's get this battle started. I lead off with my Klefki as usual, and he goes off with his Skarmory. Now Skarmory causes me a lot of issues. I'm not sure if it's in this battle or another battle, but it does cause me a lot of issues, especially because of Whirlwind. So I go for Spikes and he takes me out to my Glycical. I think, okay, I'll go for a Sword Stance and then go for an Ice Fang. He sets his own spikes up on my side of my team, so I go for the Ice Fang. Only does about 20% health, even with this Sword Stance. So I think, okay, this isn't going well. I know it's going well already. I go for another Sword Stance just to try and get some more damage off, and he goes for a Whirlwind, which is obviously going to negate my, stat boost. So I think, okay, that was a failure. I Mega Evolve into Mega Lucario and go for a Close Combat, which does a good amount of damage, but obviously lowers my defenses. And then he goes for more spikes, so he's got 3 lots of spikes on my side of the field now, so it's not looking good for me. He withdraws his Skarmory and sends out his Rotom, and I use Close Combat and wipe that Rotom out in 1 because of my high attack on Lucario, or Mega Lucario I should say. And that goes Rotom, and he sends out his Nidoking. So then I switch out to my Excadrill, and he then goes for a Flamethrower, which actually takes me out in 1. I was predicting possibly a ground type move, and obviously my Air Balloon would have protected me from that, but obviously not. So I go to my Glycical, and I use Earthquake and take out that Nidoking in 1. Then he sends out his Ferrothorn. Now Ferrothorn's another Pokemon that causes me quite a lot of troubles. I go for an Earthquake, critical hit does 37%, so it's not looking good for me. He Leech Seeds me, and then I go for a... he goes out to his Ferrothorn, and then, well, not his Ferrothorn, he goes out to Skarmory, so I was using the Earthquake, so obviously it's not going to do any damage to Skarmory. So then I think, do I switch out, or do I just, I switch out and send out my Reneclus, which isn't going to take any damage from the spikes because of Magic Guard, and he uses Roost to regain full health. I go for Focus Blast, which does over half, which is good. He gets a Whirlwind, however, and I get dragged out to Klefki. So Klefki, I didn't want to exactly set up more spikes because I know, there's no point. So I use Foul Play, which does hardly any damage at all, and I get Whirlwinded yet again to Glycical. So then Glycical goes for an Ice Fang, which does 50% sorry, at a critical hit, so it's not looking good for me. Roost again puts me up to there. So this is a very long battle, guys. So Sword Stance again, I get Whirlwinded yet again, so I get dragged out to Chestnut. So then Chestnut goes for the Spiky Shield to protect itself from the Brave Bird, which means Skarmory is going to take some more damage there. Then obviously Brave Bird is going to be doing a lot of damage to me because it's 4 times effective, and of course Brave Bird almost takes me out thanks to my high defense. I managed to hang on just a bit more. Hammer Arm doesn't do a whole amount of damage either, and the speed gets lowered. I then go for a Spiky Shield, I'm guessing, because he gets a Roost, and I go for another Hammer Arm actually, and he avoids the attack, which is unfortunate on my part. Then I go for a Spike. No, I go for a Leech Seed. Didn't go for a Spike Shield there, and he uses another Whirlwind. He could have taken me out there with his Brave Bird, but he didn't choose to, obviously. Lucario gets dragged out. Obviously, Leech Seed is going to help me get some points there. Crunch doesn't do a huge amount of damage there. Brave Bird, however, does quite a lot of damage to me because of the super effectiveness. And then Leech Seed actually helped me out a fair bit there. And I go for Close Combat and managed to finish the Skarmory off. After 21 turns, we managed to take his Skarmory out. He then sends his Ferrothorn out, and we go for a Close Combat and manage to take the Ferrothorn out thanks to it being super effective. So now down to half defense and half health, or not half defense and half special defense. He sends out his Electivire. So I go for another Close Combat and manage to take the Electivire out again. So I'm down to 0.4 defense and special defense. I don't know quite how I managed to take the Electivire out. And then he sends his Crawdaunt out, and I go for another Close Combat, and Crawdaunt manages to sweep it out. So Lucario was really the star of this match, thanks to taking out Ferrothorn, Skarmory, Electivire, and Crawdaunt. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed the battle, please leave a like and a comment down below, and I shall be seeing you next time. Goodbye, friends.